What's going on? Good evening. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Bitcoin 10,120. Might have to restart this. I'm not sure if it's going to work correctly. Hey, Darren. I think I had the setting wrong. We're going to have to give everybody a chance to get in here. What up, Cody? Darren, going to give you a wrench for being in here. I think I had a setting wrong, guys. So it's going to take a while to get some people in here, I think. What up, Dead Rabbit? Got to get live in here. Too much action going on. What up, New Era? What up, Carrie? Mrs. B? I think I had a setting wrong, guys, so we're going to have to wait a second, get some people in here. They're going to come quick, I believe. FOMO is real. No freaking doubt. Hold on, I'm going to grab me a water real quick. Wind Moon. Okay, 31 in here. We're going to wait a little bit longer. We got to get some more people in here. Maybe Friday night everybody's out. Dinner and movies or something. Hate to say it, I still think that was the top, guys. I'm going to explain why. I do not have a Wyckoff sell. Nothing even close. Let's, you can see there 45 on a technometer. Let's reload that and make sure everything is good. What's up, Asher? What's up, Bill? So we're about 140 off the high right now. Got 48 watching. Going to give it a couple more minutes here before we start going in. A little bit of selling coming in on these alts as well. What's up, Chris? Methwitch, what's going on? Hey, Richard, let me give you a wrench. We talk on Twitter quite a bit. I've had mixed results up here. I took profits on some short-term trades too early. Thought we could, before I thought we'd get about 10 grand and really FOMO everybody in. I'm not sure if that was it. I do not have a sell signal. What's up, Brandon? Let me give you a wrench. I don't give that much credence on weekly closes, really. There's Bitcoin back below 10 grand. What's that? That's on Binance. Yeah, there's definitely some FOMO, which is somewhat bothering me a little bit. So we got 100 in here now. So there's the 4-hour Bitcoin we usually start with. If we throw in our buys and sells, again, I had a Wyckoff buy at 76.70, an Elliott Wave buy out of a what I thought was a triangle to 78.50 or so, a sell at 8,300. Pulled the trigger too quick because Ethereum and Litecoin, some of them were not acting well. We did do this high level triangle up here, which I did mention could lead to a rally to 9,600. Didn't think it extend all the way to 10.1, but that's what we've done. Exactly, Link Star Automotive. So, and I said if you were really bullish, then let me think here. I threw this count in, which really put the wave 4 much higher than the ABC down. So it would have been ABC down, ABC up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a tough count for me real time. Still a tough one here. Shorts have been wrecked. That's one reason we kept this thing moving higher. And this triangle here, which I, again, had mentioned around 92.50, the way to make that work probably is it's a 1, 2, 3. That was a wave 4 triangle. I thought we could maybe rally to 9,600. And then still a pullback. That pullback, if we do get, my software is going to probably give me a buy somewhere. It's just about neutral, which I'm going to show you. What's up, Roger? What's up, Dennis? So this I posted earlier today. So we've just ran up to about 10.1, a little bit higher here. I still think we can have an ABC down. You know, if we hold, get a buy signal, then we're probably going to look for another rally. This thing could go maybe to 13.5. After a pullback, still to like 84, 8,500. So I did mention, you know, earlier today, Bitcoin technometers 45, 44. So definitely support higher. Litecoin 46, 42. I'd mention a couple other coins here I like. We might discuss a little bit here. I wanted to, again, let's zero in on the count. Because as I just showed you, if you put the fourth wave ending here that we've been trying to call the end of, then you had the 1, 2, 3, the triangle I just mentioned, and then a wave 5 up to this 10,150 level. That could be the complete wave out of this wave 4. I doubt it. I'm guessing that's just wave 1 up. So we're going to put together, again, I just had on the last chart, but that would be 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 on up. Then that would be the 5 and the 1 up finally. Don't hold me to any actual levels on this, but you know, then we'd have the big ABC I was looking for. Again, on these levels, I'm not paying attention to those really. So that would mean we've had our first rally out of the wave 4, pull back to support again, hopefully get the software into a buy signal. Again, this is current 10,121, technometers 44, OP not responding the best, but quick ABC down, we're going to get oversold on that pretty damn quick. I'm going to go into the 5-minute here just so we can look at the volume on this rally. Shout out to the 200 people in here on a Friday night. All of us with no lives. This is actually the last day and a half or so. You can see here some sell volume came in and got supported, ran it right back up. This will be the 1 month, 5-minute chart. The Libra announcement, I suppose, could have brought in. You would think the Binance announcement got a lot of selling in the alts running to Bitcoin. I think that probably had a lot to do with it. Again, if you're following with me, then this was the wave 4 low ending here. And then this was a triangle. And then we come up here. It looks like somewhat 5 waves up. And we just had the mad rush above 10 grand. You can see volume is really not coming in here. So I still think this rally is suspect. If we go to Bitcoin USDT, you're going to see why I thought this triangle, there it is marked. Right, spending Friday night with the family. Appreciate it, damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty well dedicated. So let's wait for the volume to load. Okay, understand this was the triangle I've been trying to call. I'd mentioned live that maybe this was CDE. I didn't trade it that way. So that's a little bit tough on me. We had the new low here. These new lows gave me the buy at 76.70, which again we're still on, but you can see things are looking pretty haywire here. This was, why my screen is shaking. This has happened many times before. This is volume coming down, and this is on a short-term basis. Volume coming down, price holding a triangle, which told me we could have a run to 9,600. We've definitely overshot that again, but you can see volume just not coming in. So ultimately, it gives us another buy signal, but I think it makes the rally still a little suspect. So if you're with me still, this would have been the low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're doing Elliott wave, if you're strictly Wyckoff, I mean, we're still working off the buy down here, 76.70. That came in back here. And I just showed you technometers are neutral, so still no sell on any buy signal that we've had. For new people, these are the buy signals on the way up, and no Wyckoff sell. We had a couple short-term Elliott wave sells in here, trying to get cute mostly for Discord with new people that maybe were underinvested. But it's going to be hard for me to get a sell up here because volume is not coming into the upside. It appears there's still sellers and strong buyers. So if we go down through a few more of these, this is Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to the daily. We've got this wick here that needs to be out, but really looks like we've had 5 waves up and then an ABC down. So I think possibly dominance would slow up here and have another pullback. Then you would think maybe Litecoin, Ethereum, ETC, Ripple, some of those might act a little bit better if that would happen. Here's a Bitcoin Cash, BCH. This could still count as a triangle that I've been looking for. It did come down weak to 400. Now it's back to 440. That could still classify as an ABC, so that one still might come down here. EOS, not doing much. That could still have the same type of thing. Still a knee wave down. ETC, I gave a buy on earlier. It's up, 12 or 13 cents. This on a bigger picture look like possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see if that could get something going here. Just did have a spike to about 885. We're saying at 877 now. Ethereum. Hold on here. I mean, there's probably a theorem. We was trying to count a triangle here, but it looks like the wave 4 ended, and we're headed to the 340. Still could have a pullback here. If you look at this, this was 5 waves up. This kind of looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an ABC. This could be an ABC up if it fails here and still come down to the 250, 255 level. So I think we got to be careful still here. I don't know what's going to happen if Bitcoin falls off, how these alts are going to act. I would have thought with the market dominance chart I just showed you that they'd firm up. Here's been the one that's actually hurt me a little bit on the sidelines because Litecoin continues to not want to get going. This one, I guess, got overowned because that triangle could have ended here. And possibly we've done a 1-2 up ready to explode, but it doesn't look that way. So Litecoin, again, just looks a little heavy here. Not sure what to think at the moment. XRP, we've been showing a triangle there, and it's been a laggard. So again, that triangle could still be in effect. Let's move it out here a little bit. We've had the D wave and now an ABC maybe down. Software is looking good on Ripple. We showed that. Not going to go into too much detail because we got the Discord group, but Ripple looks interesting around this area. Not going to get suckered into Cripple again. I hear that. That has been a tough one to trade. NEO, I thought maybe could try to firm up here. Still a little quiet, but ultimately I think NEO will get going. Let's go through a few other coins here. ADA. We still thought ultimately 10 cents will be taken out to the upside. Probably when Bitcoin decides to quit dominating here. BAT USD, we talked about that being sideways, haven't done much with it. BNB, what a hog. Had that sell off down to 30 and change, right back to 38. And then we've got still Decred back to the 29 where it's been. KMD came down below a stop level. First, let's do ICX. Quite a few charts look like this where we've had a jump and a backup, but now because of the alts bleeding out, kind of doing another backup, but I think charts still look pretty good. KMD, I talked about using stop maybe at 155, but this one still, that's a really good chart, so that one still could be okay possibly here. Link, $1.74. Talked about that coming down here to the $1.50, $1.60 level again, which it did do. And then let's follow up with a couple more here. XLM, 0.123 where it's been. I would think that could get going to the upside somewhere here. XMR coming alive. We talked about that continuing to probably lead the rally. That one's been a good one. ZRX, 0.334, still setting. I think we'll take out those highs as well. Zen. I think Zen would hold in here as well look higher. Atom, we're going to go down here. Atom USD. That one was strong. I said would continue, probably just continue to work higher. I think that's still the case. BSV USD, still strong. That could be a high-level pork blaster there, ready to go. While we're here, we're going to run over stocks real quick. This is GDX. I showed this chart earlier in Discord. This is one that we bought back here for pro traders with a close stop below the lows. We got a good rally, raised the stop. I showed this in Discord that we got overbought here, but as price moved sideways, volume corrected from overbought to oversold. Showed you it might really accelerate again, which it did. Got overbought again here, but 50 does not work in an overbought trending higher market. You want to sell a little higher level. So we are at 60.77, the most overbought we've been on GDX in ages. I think that shows you the strength there. So we still could back and fill somewhere, but it looks like metals are headed higher. So that should still be a good home run for us moving forward. We caught that one nicely. Wyckoff wave worked higher this week. I really thought it might come down and work a little bit lower. Technometer still neutral. So as everybody knows, stocks are staying extremely strong. TLT went to new highs for the move. Got another overbought technometer. Just a hair higher on Wednesday's close. Back to 48. So this market could back and fill. Mostly out of the market. I got a few longs in the mutual fund strategy that I do. And UUP was a mess up of mine. I gave a short here and didn't think it'd get back to resistance. Had a stop up here, got stopped out. Quickly back down through to new lows. So you can see it looks like a head and shoulders easily here, breaking through support. Technometer's 42, so I want to sell a bounce in there if we can get some type of bounce. I had my stop too close. Anybody smarter than me might have had the trade on and let it get higher. I entered the short, I believe, at this day here, and didn't think, I thought we'd already put in a sign of weakness. Instead, we went up and tested it much higher. So if the dollar turns down in earnest like it's doing here, that just adds more wind to the sails of cryptos. So this pattern's interesting. If we move out 1 year chart, you can see there's a lot of downside below us. So I think this one heads lower. Still long UDN, that's cool, Kawika. See, I knew there'd be somebody in here smart. And you're one of them. Hold on here. Tezos is what, XTZ? For some reason I thought I had it down here at the bottom. XTZ USD. I mean, it would look like support's here at 96 cents, a previous fourth wave, and then there'll be support here, $1.19. So I wouldn't mind owning that here, and I'd also would add on anything closer to 96. Shout out to the 450 people in here. OMG USD. We've shown this for a while. Kind of right at what was resistance, possibly turned support. Again, like a lot of these coins that look this way, I think this will end up working higher. Ethereum again. I talked about upside objective 320, 330. If we are headed to that area now, it's probably going to be higher than that. What's up, Jeff? So, again, going to be interesting how this acts if Bitcoin does come off a little bit. So for new people, there's a lot of Elliott Wave on here, but I really do Wyckoff. I own the Wyckoff, SMI.com, Institute started by Wyckoff, 1931. Check that out, a lot over there for free. Also, learncrypto.io, where we sell a $299 course. If you're in Discord, you get that for 20% off. Our Discord, we got about 340 people over there. Go to learncrypto.io, click Patreon. Go to the bottom, become a Patreon member now. Lower right, $40 tier gets you everything. Join there, and then we get you a link into the Discord. What up, Butterfree? So, again, Discord 40 a month, a lot of information over there, a lot of people with some knowledge. I post buys and sells on cryptos, and also probably the stock buy and sells that I sell separately for $40 a month at Wyckoff SMI. So I guess the new people, I'm going to go back over Bitcoin again. On here is the buys from Wyckoff that we've had, and a few Elliott Wave buys and sells, which I really say is about 5% of what I do. Wyckoff 95%. So we're working off a 76.70 Wyckoff buy with no sell in the horizon, probably closer to a buy on any type of pullback. If you throw Elliott Wave on it, this is a wave 4 low at 31.20. You know, we could be making the end of the 5 and the 1 right here. So this could be, because the wave 5 here, this move here is wave 5, still is much bigger than wave 1. Wave 3 was extremely big. So the question is whether we're finishing up 5 of 1, and we've got a strong pullback coming to you know, probably 6,800 or lower, or whether we're just the first time out of this wave 4, because there's the wave 4 tuck in there, whether we're just doing one of that and we're going to come back for a 2 here, which again I probably will get a buy signal on, and then 3, 4, 5 on up might look something like that. And then from there, we'll have an excruciating sell-off after getting everybody in at 10,000 plus. That's kind of my thoughts. Bitcoin dominance still at 61.17. I think could maybe roll over here. Litecoin quiet at 139, Ethereum 296, 297. I'm going to go ahead. I did give a buy on ETC Classic today in the Discord. Again, I had this marked for a while that we was doing maybe a triangle here. So we gave a buy at around 863, 864. The reason we did that is technometer 38's oversold. We came in at 29 with price holding this triangle. You can see the triangle kind of here. And you can see though the OP is volume. You can see that a lot of selling coming in up here on the OP. That's what's driving the technometer to oversold. Last time we had that was back here on this day. Would have been the last buy. And then more importantly, same chart, but with volume showing. And you can see here volume is actually huge selling coming in while price still held. So in the past, those have given us good buy signals. Hold on, this is somebody that does a little bit of Instagram promoting for me. So that's what gave the technometer an oversold reading and gave us what we hope is a decent buy. You can see here it was around 862 when I snapshotted it and put it on our Discord. So we'll see. We're 885, trying to firm up here. There's Litecoin 139.60, so trying to go for the highs of the move here. There's 5-minute Litecoin. Bitcoin still holding in 10,128. Instagram handle is, I have a Wyckoff SMI one and I have the Learn Crypto. So Learn Crypto IO, all one word, no dots or nothing. Learn Crypto IO, one word. And then we have the Wyckoff SMI one, which is Wyckoff SMI, one word. So that's really, I think that's a wrap up I wanted to give out here. There's a 5-minute Bitcoin. Let's go back. So right up here at the highs, we had the 10,180 or so. Fell down to, fell about 160. Now working back near the highs. I'm still the idea that we need some type of pullback to get my indicators back to another buy. So a lot of FOMO, I think, up here. Right, Dead Rabbits, it's all charts. A lot of it's recent just when I go live. I don't spend a lot of time on Instagram. I got a couple people getting ready to work on that to try to do more with it. Shout out to 555. I don't know if anybody's got any other questions they want to throw at me or charts. We kind of went through a lot of things quickly. What up, Nick Swaz? If you want to learn about Wyckoff, go to wyckoffsmi.com, go to the library. Buy any book from Richard Wyckoff. They'll be cheap on Amazon. And there's Ethereum at Binance through the 300 level. That's the 1-minute chart. So might not want to look at that. There's Classic going in on 890. Possibly breaking through its triangle that we've shown. So that's one we just bought at 864 or so. So hopefully maybe that one could rock above, get above this 895 level should help. There's Nick. What's going on? Nick's had some good trades on what? TNT, Link, some different ones. He gets those in the Discord as well. So some short-term trades that he does. There's TNT. I know people got in on that. I'm going to show, when you mentioned gold chart, I'm going to go back to the Discord. Hold on a second here. I got a buddy that's down Elliott Wave. since the early 80s, late 70s. Let me see. There's a longer term count that I show he's looking for possibly up here to 1600 as an upside objective. And then also this here was showing a 1, 2, 3, 4, which a large fifth coming. So he was showing, again, bullish on gold. And also silver. So we traded together at the Board of Trade back in the 80s. So, and then as I showed, the GDX we'd given to my pro traders and also to the Discord members. This is a 1 year chart. We're up here at 25. We made gains on this jump and back up, and then we ended up going long here on this day because of some divergences and also the oversold technometer. And this really had a leading diagonal off the low with an ABC pullback. People that know me trading know that I look at those. That buy signal would actually have been this day, the day after an oversold technometer. So really that would have been a low cost entry to even gone long again. But I was already long, so. So again, trying to find a place to add on. The add-on was really when we went from an overbought technometer to an oversold, while price worked higher. That's a huge, huge bullish scenario there. Volume corrected while price couldn't even come down. That's what led to then to another $2 rally. So I would think GDX, this is all accumulation, has a lot higher prices ahead. Litecoin on a 140. I got a text by somebody here. I'm going to do a trade real quick. Fed not moving rates. I mean, they're going to be forced to because the TLT rally has been so strong. So hold on here, guys. I'm going to do a quick trade here. All right, 570 in here. Appreciate you joining. Hit the like and subscribe if you would. Try to go live when there's any type of movement. And then Nick and I go live usually 6:30 Monday through Thursday. No, I won't short Litecoin. No, I'm not selling ETC either. No, I was waiting to try to buy Litecoin on a pullback, but I'm a little bit perplexed on some of these. And still with the idea that Bitcoin, I think, had enough FOMO, it needs to pull back. Dang, dead rabbits. I didn't know. I don't trade a lot of Kraken, but I will keep that in mind. Didn't figure that was the case. Right, Kraken's too big for that. That's not cool. Ripple still 0.447. Chart does look good on Ripple, so let's see if it can put it together. I'm not counting out still a pullback to maybe the 41 cent level. So I'm not fully long here. Technometer looks good. Price and volume looks good. So maybe it'll come alive when we're not looking. Yeah, when this thing decides to dump, it's going to happen quick. So I'm going to run a quick disclaimer because we do manage money in the space with PCG clients. Hold on a second. If you go to learncrypto.io, click the crypto PCG, you'll see we manage crypto assets at 3% annual fee. Let me run my disclaimer here real quick. Hold on.
There is a high degree of risk involved in trading cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
Again, I am a registered investment advisor, so I am licensed to give advice, but I'm not if you're not in the States, I'm licensed, etc. So this is for entertainment purposes only. Anybody who's been with us for a while knows we like our pork blasters. We've had quite a few of those here, it looks like. So that's about it, 10,108. Appreciate it, Bill. A good stop on Bitcoin. Oh, boy. Who put me on the spot? Jungle did. Jungle, I'm going to give you a wrench because I got a feeling you're Jungle from Discord. I guess it matters how close you want to get it. I mean, I think, overlap on 94, 9,500, I think would possibly say the top is in. Again, it's probably gotten me in trouble, but I guess I think I'd take a little bit off the table right here. Drain the swamp. You've been around forever. I don't know why you don't have a wrench, but there's one. Again, I called this the other day 92.50 that we came out of this triangle. So that was definitely a 1-2. If you want to get cute with the Elliott wave. And I think probably that was a 4 there. And then that was probably the blow off 5th. So I still think we need some type of pullback here. I don't know how these alts are going to act. I mean, they sure look like they've been drug higher by Bitcoin reluctantly. So I'm a little bit perplexed here. And people in my Discord know that. I mean, we're still coming off the Wyckoff buy is 76.70. Just can't get a sell because of volume. I've told people before the buys that came on the Bitcoin are all because volume comes into the downside while price holds. To get a real sell, we're going to need volume to go up and price doesn't. That'll show that the smart people are selling into the dumb retail. But we're still not getting that. So Smile Direct Club, you're funny. So, you know, I guess we're still in the bull trend. This sideways could just lead to an ABC pullback back to, let's say, 88, 8,700, and then still onward and upward. So we'll try to trade this as we go. We're going to watch Classic here. We're going to watch Ripple, Neo. So that's about all I got. So again, for new people, we got 500 in here. I'm going to run the outro. Who is Richard Wyckoff? And we will see you if we get any big action here. Have a good evening, and check you in another day or two.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard E. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.